Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Eric Icarus.
Eric!
What's going on, man?
You can find us on the gram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and you can follow yourself.
Gulag_J_Wilden.
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Cool.
You look a little tired, baby.
Well,
You okay?
out of it, baby.
You got a little whiskey in that cup? Make it a little Irish?
I wish. I would warm up a little bit.
Warm up? Yeah.
It's
cold. Yeah, we got a few inches of snow where we're at in the greater Colorado area. But it's cool. It's cool. We've got some news to keep us warm. We're going to start out with a little bit of... it's funny to us. Maybe it's funny to you. But apparently Armie Hammer is a full-on cannibal.
That's what I've heard, man.
Yeah.
It's the rumor.
Yes. We're going to fulfill Eric's lust for rumors and drama with the news that Armie Hammer... Look, guys, this isn't our normal wheelhouse, but it's super funny and garnets, I guess, some discussion, especially.
Sure.
I can't wait to hear from you.
He's in our wheelhouse, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit. He's in some movies.
For certain roles, I think.
Yeah.
Right? For certain DC or maybe Marvel roles.
Yeah.
He's got the superhero look.
So if you don't know what's going on...
Go ahead and tell him that before we get into his career.
Somebody leaked some DMs, supposedly from Armie Hammer, and they're very explicit. We won't talk in depth about what they are, but basically having a back and forth with a young woman, not a younger woman, but a woman, and saying that he wants to eat her and
drink her blood,
and do all this very not normal stuff, but whatever, to each their own,
right?
Which is kind of our take on it.
Yes.
Look, if the guy's got bodies somewhere,
right? Then
if he's got bodies somewhere, he's got to go away. But he had to drop out of some movies, and
he lost a lot of deals because of this.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate because from the way I'm looking at it, is like I feel like she should be. They're kink shaming this.
They
poor
are,
man.
Yeah.
They left out a lot of the woman's posts. Like her stuff was deleted.
It's completely deleted.
Yeah. So it's just Armie's stuff.
We're seeing a one-sided conversation. Right. He's clearly responding to certain things.
Yeah. So she could be feeding into this. Asking him leading questions, sort of, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm totally into that."
Yeah,
but either way, if you're into this and you're just saying it,
totally,
he didn't do anything. It's just all you're saying is playing into like a fantasy.
Yeah,
whatever. We all have those.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel like the public jumping on him for this is not right.
I think we're jumping on it because it's scary. Like, cannibalism is scary.
I guess.
But at the same time, it's
Anthony Hopkins won an Oscar for it.
Exactly. Like, if I were Armie Hammer, I'd lean into this so much.
Yeah.
We are rebooting the Hannibal Lecter series, and I'm leaning into it and getting sued. Like, that's what I would make some money.
Why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah, make some money, bro.
Dude, I don't think he'd be a good Hannibal, but he could practice.
He might be able to.
Maybe he could do it,
or just another.
He's got the mindset.
Yeah,
dude. He's already into character.
Yeah. Now you can find the text messages on your own. They're super graphic and something that obviously we won't discuss here. But the idea of like. We see it with women when it happens when they kind of like the revenge porn type leaks and everything, and those people who do that to them, they deserve to be prosecuted. Which now there are, but this is not that.
No,
this is something that's not nudes.
No,
and it's cost him some jobs, and it'll probably cost him some future jobs.
Oh, big time.
And it's too bad. It's super funny just because it's like.
Just the outrageousness of it. Like,
the outrageousness of it,
because
not
this
the
is a clean cut boy. You wouldn't think had like kind of vampire fetishes.
Yeah.
If you got those texts from me, but yeah. We all get that, dude. But Armie Hammer?
Yeah. He looks like he could be like he would be the but like when you say it now, it's like, oh, that totally makes sense because he looks like the poster child for like a serial killer show. Where like if you had like a picture of him like smiling and he had like the blood spatter, like
very
it would
Patrick Bateman.
Yeah,
he should be American Psycho.
Yeah,
reboot
just
it.
like a version.
Let's get Armie Hammer as Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe they were even playing into like because it sounds like something straight from the pages of the book American Psycho.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they were even playing into that fantasy of him being Patrick Bateman. Maybe she was like, "Hey, I got this script. Maybe you should text these lines back to me."
Yeah, it's super weird. It's super weird in terms of like that. I mean, he must have upset somebody because you gotta, and if you're just DMing that with some rando, like, come on now, like that's a secret. That is a secret shame.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and you gotta be comfortable with somebody, and you have to understand, hey, this person may not like what I'm into.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Right. But it seems like maybe she wasn't into it, but she was into Armie Hammers.
This person was definitely leading into it. I think it didn't go where she wanted.
No.
Or maybe it went somewhere she didn't want.
Sure. But then why not leave that in?
Just
in
leave
text?
well enough alone.
Yeah.
Unless he did something, like if he did something to like
this was a week and a half ago. Something would have come out already with him like allegedly doing these things.
Yeah.
We got to look at it as if the roles were reversed.
Yes.
Genders were reversed.
Yeah.
I don't think the outcry would be that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's men can generally just be more scary and act on. Serial killers tend to be men.
Yeah.
So maybe that's playing into that a little bit. But I don't know. I feel a little bad for him.
Dude, I could totally see women being the greatest serial killers of all time.
Absolutely.
And we just never know.
That's why we don't know.
Because just like Barry Sanders scoring a touchdown, act like you've been there before, okay? Jesus, Armie.
That's what Armie said to her.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. It's movie related and super funny.
Yeah,
and,
he was in. What did you say he was in?
He was in Social Network. Yeah, like people say movies. It's funny. Every article or every like podcast I ever talk about this, they're like, yeah, he's a movie star, but then they like struggle to come up what he's in. Yeah, and like I've seen him in things. Sure. He's not like my favorite.
He's the Lone Ranger.
He was the Lone Ranger. You know what I'm talking about? He was the Winklevoss twins in a Social Network, and then he was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but he's got the look. He just hasn't. He hasn't broken into a lot of people's purview, I guess.
I think you take my man Roman's advice. You lean into this.
Lean into
you
it.
You be the new face of serial killers in movies. Yeah. In movies.
Well, and let's talk about willing participants, okay?
Yes.
Keep it safe there, Cannibals. Keep it safe.
Yes.
In real news, we have some really... I'm excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am about... HBO Max is apparently developing a series based in the Harry Potter world.
Okay.
Erik is not the biggest Potter fan by any means. You've watched the first 3 movies,
and
I think.
I've had the
and you've had the butterbeer.
I've had the butterbeer.
Check out our episode. Yeah, with the foods a couple episodes ago, like 186 or 187. But Eric's not super into the Potter world. My wife was the one who told me this news. I couldn't be more excited. It lends itself to be... I think they did a fantastic job making 8 movies in the Harry Potter world. But let's talk... Like, the lore of Harry Potter is what's so good, in my opinion.
Right.
Knowing these... where these wizards began. Even... I only watched the movies. I think I read the first book, maybe the second one, because they're tiny. And my brother was into them at that time. But I love all of the movies. Even though the first 2 are a little janky, but they're little kids. The film universe is so good. My wife has read all the books. So many friends have read them. I would ask them constantly. Like, I feel like I could actually have a conversation with somebody who read the book. Right. Because I've asked so many book questions. Yeah. And, there's a lot to be... they left a lot out of those movies. Oh, yeah. And they could totally do a series, but I kind of don't want them to deal with like the Potter people, from our main 3. Sure. I would like to see some more ancillary stuff. I'm really digging the Fantastic Beasts films, because I just want more of that magic world. And if they're going to give us that in a show, I'm totally down.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should be doing what the Star Wars universe is doing, and like you said, focus more on these more outside characters, or even create something new.
There was no Mandalorian or Grogu in Star Wars canon in an expanded universe that has countless characters. Sure. And those 2 are the hottest 2 things in Star Wars right now.
Even non Star Wars people know about this. Yes. It's going.
Even if they just know Baby Yoda, they don't know that Baby Yoda is Grogu. They know. It's in the lexicon now, Baby Yoda. But with Harry Potter, there's a lot of meat left on that bone. Oh yeah. And I think
there's a lot of cool things you could do. I think a cool idea would be you have like people who or wizards who have to guard the the wizard world from the Muggle world. Yeah. Like they have to tote that line and bring people back through, or you know what I mean, like a bounty hunter kind of thing. Ooh, yeah. Bounty hunter wizards.
Yeah, they have for the ministry they have these characters called Aurors, and they're wizard hunters. See, let's follow the wizard hunters.
Let's do this.
There's a ton of great like ancillary stories. Yeah, and wizard hunt because there are dark wizards, man, and these guys like Gleason. I can't remember his first name. He was in. He plays Mad Eye Moody in the he might be Patrick. That's not anyway. He was this crazy guy who like he had this gnarly limp, he had this wild eye that he lost like he looked awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like the defense against the dark arts teacher at the school for a year or two. And yeah, I would love to see more horror stuff.
That's what I want.
We've not seen the actual war where the Potters died, so we didn't see the first time Voldemort rose. Now, does that not have any legs because we know ultimately how it ends? Maybe, but I would like to see that.
I still want to see. There's a story there.
James and Lily Potter, like his parents, rising up, a younger Dumbledore fighting. Like I would be totally into that stuff.
The Snape the sacrifice.
Yeah. I
want to see more of that play.
So there is, like I said, there's a lot of meat left on that bone. I'm ecstatic about it.
Yeah.
I know J.K. Rowling has some heat right now, but other than that, I think the Potter people, we've been enjoying Fantastic Beasts.
Right.
Let's go ahead and get more content.
Right.
Anything we can get more content from the Potter world.
I just think, she's going to probably shoehorn in like a wizards only bathroom. I don't know.
Jesus. Yeah. Wands or broomsticks, okay? Wands or broomsticks, all right? Teach their own, kids. Teach their own.
Yeah, we're all about that here.
It's been a while, but a trailer came out that I was very excited about, and I didn't know
cool.
I didn't know that I was going to be excited about it.
I didn't think so either.
And we watched it together.
Yes,
as lovers do.
Mm-hmm.
And Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
Now, I'm going to be completely forthright with you guys. I haven't watched Kong Skull Island or the Godzilla movie. I thought the trailers were cool, but I heard I just didn't
care.
I didn't care. Like big monsters, like when I've got Ultron or Thanos or even Steppenwolf to a considerably lesser extent, when I've got these otherworldly things that don't have to be huge. Like there was a time where it was like, okay, what's scary? And we don't have an imagination as writers. The big things are scary.
Sure.
So big apes, big lizards. So it makes sense. Like it came from a time period where big was scary.
Sure.
And, I feel like every time they've tried to redo this, it hasn't really taken.
Pacific Rim kind of tried. Didn't really work.
People like it. It has its moments. But yeah, the mecha stuff.
Yeah.
But we finally have a culmination of these previous two movies that have big stars, big cast, big characters. And we knew from the beginning, hey guys, it's going to culminate, especially with that tag scene at the end of Kong Skull Island,
which was cool,
where you see like the cave paintings and you see a Godzilla written down, and they set up this mytho that they're basically like Titans to an extent, like for a lesser, and like that was like the predominant species on the planet were like these giant things, and in this new trailer they kind of lead up to like, oh, like these are the last two standing.
Yes.
So they're going to have to fight.
Because of the last Godzilla movie.
Yes.
I have seen them.
Okay.
And being a fan of, I was a huge fan of the...
Well, your dad too.
Oh, yeah. That's where we would, Saturday mornings, we would watch all those old Godzilla, King Kong stuff. And
I've seen a bunch of those.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a bunch of those. I've seen the original King Kong.
Right.
I've seen a bunch of the Godzilla films.
Totally.
I've seen the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
That doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It is what it is.
It's fine.
It is what it is.
It's 90s, whatever.
Very 90s. Yeah, even though my man here does say the Wallflowers version of Heroes is superior to Bowie's.
That I did not say.
You didn't say that.
I did not
Who
say
said that? Because I'm going to find out who said it.
Some people said it. What I said was, I didn't know this was a Bowie song, which is also a sacrilege.
Well, not really, because I didn't know that when we were kids.
True. Yeah. No, I just like the Wallflowers. Yeah, I didn't really care for their heroes.
Yeah, and it's fine, but whatever. Yeah. But anyway, I think this is something I honestly forgot about it.
Yes, me too. Because it was supposed to come out last year.
Yes, and I remember it kind of being on one of our previous first shows. Like, what movies are we excited for 2020?
Yeah,
and this was at the top of my list.
Yes,
I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And is it going to theaters?
It's going to do the double thing. It's going to go theaters, and it's going to be streaming on HBO Max, which will be nice because I signed up for HBO Max and forgot to cancel my subscription, so I got it for another month. I think the movie's coming out in March. I'll have to. You guys can vet that. We're all Googlers. But I thought it looked really cool.
Yes.
The visuals on it look great.
Yeah.
I want to see it in IMAX.
Yeah.
or any type of large
This
format.
deserves a theater viewing.
Yes, it looks good. It looks like they changed the proportions of like how big Godzilla
Right.
and Kong are. They're very similar in size, but I always got the idea that like, especially from the original Kong movies,
Right.
he's much smaller than
He
Godzilla.
is initially, but then they do jack him up
Okay.
to make him Godzilla size.
Gotcha.
Because it would be kind of funny Godzilla fighting this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because in the trailer you do see Godzilla getting punched a lot.
Yes.
Like Kong is because that's all Kong's got.
Yeah, that's all Kong's got. He's got raptor arms, Godzilla does.
Yeah, he's
so
all-
like, so if we're talking about this fight, Kong's gonna want to bring him in. Okay, he's
Right.
gonna want to get close.
Yeah,
Godzilla's gonna try to keep some distance. All right,
Oh,
he's got
I like this.
the breath and all of that.
He's got the
He's got
tail.
the tail. He's
Yeah.
gonna be trying to keep distance. Kong's gonna close the distance. I really want to see Joe Rogan commentate the
I was
Kong
gonna say,
versus
why don't
Godzilla
you do
movie.
this?
Yeah, we should break it down.
Because I am a Godzilla guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I want Godzilla to wreck him.
Yeah.
And it was a sacrilege that Kong won in the original Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
Apparently, they did say there's a movie myth out there that they shot 2 endings for this.
Oh.
That in the Japanese version, Godzilla wins.
Makes
You
sense.
see him swimming away.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
It was always Kong that won that.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Yeah, World War II movies are real different in Germany. So, I am Team Kong all the way. Don't get me wrong, Godzilla is cool.
Yeah, I love Kong too.
And I wish they didn't have to fight. I wish they could just be buddies.
Right.
I wish they could team up and fight the Pacific Rim guys.
Yes.
And not the humans. I wish the humans. That would be the crossover. Humans, Godzilla, and then they go against the kaiju.
Dude.
Because the kaiju are like poisoning the waters,
Right.
so Godzilla's pissed. Like there
like
is something.
this.
Yeah, turns out Kong develops a taste for kaiju. So he just wants that sweet meat. And
It's just like Armie Hammers.
exactly, yeah. Kong is just a
They
misunderstood.
bring Armie Hammer in there
Yeah.
to like
It's
even
just
the
Armie
odds.
Hammer's head, like on the.
You did say the part in the trailer with the child interacting with Kong was one of the more like parts you enjoyed about
Yes,
it, right?
I have girls, and anything with little girls, I'm just like, oh, it's so cute what they can do. And she's kind of it seems like there's this girl who was on Kong
That's
Island,
what I was
Skull Island,
Gleaning
and
from
he
it.
kind of like kept her safe, so
Yeah.
she can kind of communicate with him.
Right. They
So-
even do like an ET kind
Yeah.
of thing.
So either they don't let her die, or they don't let Kong die because of his connection to the girl,
right.
or they kill Kong so that we can see a little girl cry. You
Sure.
sick
Either
people, you
way.
sickos.
But I wonder what Godzilla's is.
Yeah, because they really set up
mascot.
Godzilla to be like a hero.
Yeah. Who's
Like,
the
oh.
villain in this?
Is he the villain? See, that's the thing. I think that I think it's going to be more than that. Because they went through such like, oh, Godzilla's helping us. Because they even say
Yes.
in the trailer, why is Godzilla attacking?
Right.
Like it seems like
Yeah.
he's mad. Like I thought we were cool, Godzilla.
Because he was the one that took up for the humans.
That's what it seemed
And
like. Yeah.
Kong, you think would be more against the humans because he's in
Yeah.
chains.
Yeah.
When we see him in the trailer,
Yeah.
and looks miserable.
Totally. I mean,
And-
which I like that kind of call back to the original.
Sure, yeah.
Bringing him here. I wonder if they'll do a curtain reveal and everything.
Oh, he's
But here's the movie, guys, and we
Yeah.
don't even know that we want it. or Godzilla versus Kong into the multiverse, and then we have the old school, and then the claymation Kong, and the the son of Godzilla or whatever, the Mecha Godzilla. We
Yes.
just bring in. Doctor Strange opens the portals,
He's
and
like,
we have
"Come on in."
it's just all the Kongs versus all the Godzillas in a full-on monster royale.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the
I
move.
could get behind
That's
that,
the
'cause
move.
that's all I want. In the trailer, you do see them fighting other monsters, though.
We do see them fighting other monsters,
So-
and we see 3 very distinct, different fights between the two.
Yeah, so
which
this
I want.
is going to be great.
Because if you're not going to give us, when you give us Alien versus Predator, and we get one fight with the
Yeah,
aliens
or
and the
Batman
Predators,
v Superman, you give us one fight between them.
yeah, come on. And then this is also Warner Brothers related, so maybe they don't.
So what? Godzilla going to find out they have the same mom?
Yeah. Mothra. Why did you say Mothra?
Gonna kill Mothra.
Why did you say that name?
But I think it's. I'm very stoked for it, and I'm sad I forgot about it. But I'm kind of.
It's nice to be surprised, too.
I'm surprised, like, oh yeah, this is going to be awesome.
When we were prepping the show meeting, I was like, oh yeah, I think a Kong Godzilla trailer came out.
Yeah.
And we pulled it up, and we were both like,
oh my God, this is going to be great.
Yeah, and there seemed to be some weird POD possibly being played in the trailer, which was very distracting.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit.
Yeah, so Warner Brothers or Legendary, whoever's putting this together, chill out with that music.
Yeah, we don't need no rap rock to hype up this fight. You
No.
know? This is the fight we want.
We've been waiting for this fight. This is basically round 2 because they've only fought one other time before, right?
Yeah.
Or is there Kong 2?
No.
Okay.
There was only that one movie they fought in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is just
and
great.
they've kept teasing this for
Yes.
so long.
Yes.
Even with the '98 Godzilla, there were plans to bring in Kong.
Yeah.
To that, if that didn't fail.
Yeah.
Which it did.
It did. But that movie wasn't terrible. Like I think we all thought it was fun. Like it
was fun.
It's a fun dinosaur movie.
Yeah, Roland Emmerich doing what Roland Emmerich does. I mean, he was hot off of Independence Day at that time. Yeah. So it's like, and everyone forgets he did Stargate.
Oh,
Stargate rules. If you haven't seen that, let's go watch that.
It is. It's an awesome show. I haven't watched much of the Stargate shows.
I haven't seen it.
And there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Richard Dean Anderson and was in one. I think he was in Atlantis maybe.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, they did a bunch of Stargate TV shows.
Yeah,
but
oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I forgot about the link to Matthew Broderick Godzilla. And Hank Azaria Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh my God, he wasn't. Harry Shearer's in that one too.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of the Simpson cast. Dan Castellaneta is in there too. He's sitting courtside at the basketball game.
I wonder what the deal.
I don't know what the deal with that is.
That's strange.
Yeah,
that's strange.
That's a very strange thing.
It's nice to get a trailer. Yeah, that one we forgot about, and they have been released some trailers, but nothing that I've been
got me hyped. That gave me the I want that movie experience
in our vein. In our wheelhouse, there hasn't been as much. Thankfully, we've been getting our bits of MCU stuff from WandaVision.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. Which we're gonna have. Falcon Winter Soldier pretty soon. But it was awesome to see what feels like a blockbuster, summer movie.
Good popcorn movie is what, and I think that's what we all want right now.
I think we
just want to go sit in a theater and watch some big monsters fight.
There's been all these documentaries. There's been all these there's been a lot of thought provoking stuff out
which
there.
Is
so
great.
It's been nice to be stimulated, but I think, especially in the wake of just 2020 in general, in the wake of the elections, it's going to be nice to sit down, turn off, just mindlessly shove popcorn, and then be surprised if it's a good story.
Exactly.
I'm not expecting it to be a good story.
I just want to see some giant monsters fight.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's all. When you give us
giant monsters not named Trump or Biden.
Nice. Forgetful monsters. I'm Kong. I'm Godzilla, actually. Well, kids, I think that's our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a like. And if you don't like it, tell us why. Tell us below. Who's going to win in the Kong Godzilla Royale? And I think the movie is Godzilla vs. Kong, but I keep saying it the other way because I'm a Kong man for the Zilla.
I'm the Zilla, baby.
Zilla. Check us out on YouTube. If you're just listening on the podcast, come check us out on YouTube. You can see the bomb dude standing right to my left. He's been standing to my right. It was nice to have just a two-person show.
Yeah, it was cool. No, we got spoiled, man.
We did get spoiled.
We had two awesome. Yeah, I love it when they come.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. They add a lot. Tuna and Dave. Yeah. Oh, that should be their cop show. Tuna and the Dave.
I love
Dave and the Tuna. There we go. Dave and the Tuna.
You got it.
Let's put that to film. Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
Oh, here he comes. Because he's a man-eater.
He's a Godzilla. Kids, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I am still Eric Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.